Hello, my dear. How are you doing? Welcome to your birth chart reading. Let's pop on some essential oil. I'm doing frankincense. Seems like we're in it. So we have our natal planets put down right now. So this is the chart reading for my dear friend, USA, born July 4th, 1776 in Philadelphia, PA at 5:10 p.m., 1710. And so right now we have just the natal planets down, and we have the glyphs for where the signs were on your chart when you were born. So for example, we have our sun over here in Cancer, we have our moon in Aquarius, and we have our rising sign, which is Sagittarius. So our first house, the dawn, is in Sag. Second is going to be in Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus. Our descendant sign, our relationship house, starts in Gemini. 8th house starts in Cancer. 9th is in Leo. Our 10th house, our midhaven, starts in Virgo. 11th house, Libra. 12th house, Scorpio. So the flat pieces of paper are where the planets were when you were born. And what we're going to do now is look at where these represent the planets in the sky and what houses they're activating and what's going on for you. So although we can do a full natal chart another time, I feel like with all the potent energies that we've got in the sky, this might be a time to really dive in and see what the fuck is going on. All right, so right now we are in Leo season, the sun in the sky, and I am reading this, what is today, the 5th of August. Happy birthday to my dear sister Amy. It is 11:33 a.m. and I am in Gloucester, Massachusetts. So I'm using the planets as they were, or as they are in the sky right now. So the sun is at 13 degrees of Leo. And so we're gonna put that down on, we're gonna be in our 8th house. We're gonna be just past our north node. So the sun just activated our natal north node. So what does that mean? The sun in the sky, this is the sun in the sky right now. I like to look at it as a lighthouse, and it's really just highlighting, like, we have all of these areas of our life. And again, I read these, just a full disclaimer, as if I've never met you, as if I don't know you. I'm just reading the chart as the energies that I see here in the sky. So we're gonna dive right in. So the sun is finishing up the transit of our 8th house. What does that mean? Our 8th house is our house of legacy, death, rebirth, shared possessions. This is the deep, dark, transformative house. This is Phoenix vibes, Phoenix energy, and this house is run by Cancer. So the way that we share possessions and share homes and share property and share things can be extremely emotional. On the positive side of things, we like to have a very happy, healthy, safe, beautiful home. But the Cancer, is represented by the crab. So it's like, we're soft and mushy on the inside, but we'll bite your fucking head off if you come for us. So the sun has been really highlighting that area of our chart for the last little bit of time. The 8th house starts in the middle of Cancer season. So literally, we've been in this house since, I'd say, July 5th or something like that. So it's been a solid month or so of us really looking at our shared possessions, contracts, wills, legacy, intimacy. This is rebirth. This is everything this is a Scorpio run house. So this is fixed negative water energy. This house is run by Mars and it's run by Pluto. So this is very deep transformation. And the sun just transited our natal north node. So we probably have been thinking, like, what's my fucking purpose? Why am I here? Why am I living with this person? Why am I with this person? Do I want to be with these people? Trim the fat in your relationships, girl. Really trim the fat. And you have a few more days of the sun transiting in that house. I'm just going to check the degree as to where are you, honey? When the sun hits 23 degrees of Leo, that's when the sun is going to transit into our 9th house of quest and adventure and long distance travel. So for the next little bit of time, for the next few days, honestly, all week, I reckon, if there's anyone in your life that shouldn't be in your life, decide inside why, like, figure it out inside. Don't soapbox it yet, but then really come up with a plan of action as to how you want to really directly communicate with those people or that person. Get the fuck out. Set a boundary, make it healthy, do it upright. Awesome. The moon is at 15 degrees of Scorpio as I record this. So that is going to be in our 11th house of friendship. Okay, that's interesting. This is Pluto in the sky that just knocked itself over. So that's obviously Pluto's talking to us. Pluto is right here. We're having a natal Pluto return. So I'm going to keep it down like this just so we can really recognize that. So our second house is just getting activated. Whenever that happens, if like, you know, it's a friend of mine had given me the Portuguese phrasing for it, palavras certas, right words. When you say something and something knocks over, it's like a little validation from your spirit guides or from universe, from God, whatever it may be, or, you know, your clumsiness just kind of took over the stage. But right now, really the biggest theme that's going on within the US for you specifically, for the person I'm reading this chart for, we're having a Pluto return, which doesn't happen normally for human beings. When we have a solar return, when the sun in the sky is sitting over the sun where it was when we were born, that's a birthday. Transits the whole chart. Pluto normally does not transit our entire chart. For example, for me, Pluto was here when I was born, and Pluto is here right now for me, and I'm 35 years old. So that was about 35 years. So this took the entirety, 1776, to know to come over to the same place in the sky. What does that mean? Complete transformation. We don't know how that happens to a person. So you're kind of doing this for us. The last time that this happened was the fall of the Roman Empire. So maybe we're really breaking up some things. Maybe we're separating some lands. Maybe we're setting, like, why do I want to live next to this person? Why do I want to live around this person? What is my community? Why am I sharing possessions with these people? Because if it doesn't feel right, if you don't vibe with it, then move along. That's okay. Let go and let God, live and let live, or live and let die. Totally fine. Totally fine. Our moon, our natal moon, is in Aquarius. So you get intuitive downloads that are probably a little bit more like intense than you're letting us see, than you're letting the world see. So like accept your intuition, accept, and like your rising sign is in Sag. Fucking A, you want to travel, you want to go, you want to do things quick, let's have fun with it. Don't let that Cancerian sun take over and say like, oh, I gotta wait. Do it now. Do it now. Tell the people in your life that you need new boundaries now. Tell the people that you share things with you don't want to share with them anymore. That's okie dokie. All right, let's move along. So Mercury in the sky just went into Virgo energy, I think yesterday. So it's not going to change a house. It's still in our 9th house up here of quest and adventure and long distance travel. But Mercury just went from the vibe of Leo, which is like honor me and love me and tell me how amazing I am, and like for good purpose and reason. Like Leo is the lion. They are the king of the jungle for a reason, by the vibe. By the vibe. Remember that when the sun is in Leo right now. So remember that the lion is not the strongest, they're not the fastest, they're not the biggest. It's the vibe, it's the intention that makes them the king of the jungle. So constantly be assertive as you're setting these fucking boundaries. Know when to bark and know when to bite. Don't start the fight, always finish it. Yeah. Mercury just went into Virgo. So what does that mean? Virgo, they are, you know, the symbol is carrying a sheath of wheat. They're the harvesters. They're the ones that, like the virgins, they want to really make everything, like they're happy with the hard work. They're happy with, you know, the chugga and making sure everything is done beautifully. Like if you've ever met a Virgo, they're like, you are great at this. You are terrible at that for all of these reasons, but you're better at this. So why don't you go do this? Last Saturday and back in 1975, you did this. So since it's been 2 times, we're just going to put you over there and you're going to clean toilets forever. But you're great at cleaning toilets because you have a sense of dedication. So it's like, that's the Virgo way. They can borderline on like very eloquent self-deprecation and then not so eloquent self-deprecation. So just like be aware if you're, you know, and this is, you know, long distance travel, this is higher education, this is a Sagittarian run house. So quest and adventure. So if there's a big goal that you're shooting for right now, something wild and crazy and big, now is your chance to, you know, like write what is the like write your proposal. Like, what is it that, like, now's the time to really be looking at, what am I asking for, why, what are my big goals, why. Go back to your why and really like nourish that, and make sure that you're not doing it out of anything self-sacrificial, not anything, because with the moon in our 11th house over here of friendship and community, when the moon transits the end of our chart, and this is more of like a few days that this is happening over here, we're going to be having our full moon coming up in Aquarius, which is going to be down here, and that's coming next Thursday. I don't have my calendar with me, but we're going to find it. So we've got a little bit of time while this transits over here. So when the moon is in this area of your chart, regardless of the houses and the faces and stuff like that, we can kind of become a little hermit. We can kind of become a little bit of like a martyr on ourselves. So knowing these vibrations, just kind of check yourself and be like, before you send that email, make sure that you take all of your passive aggressive information out of it and just make it assertive, or make it, exactly what it is. What is my intention? Did I articulate my intention? Can I see the proposal flying beautifully on the other side of things? If not, go back and rewrite and revisit and we've got a lot of planets that are in retrograde right now. So look at the words. There was a channel that I really liked. It was like revisit, recycle, like retune, all of these different things, but go back. I always go to boating, red, right, returning, like go internal a little bit. If a planet is retrograde, like Pluto is retrograde right now in the very last degrees of Capricorn. So what does that mean? Capricorn is top-down authority. Capricorn is, listening to the man, structures, policies, and procedures. In the last degrees of the sign, meaning like we're getting into the basement, into the shit that we don't want to really look at. We're revisiting all the stuff. Like, wait, you're telling me that this, corporate leader isn't the nice fucking person that I thought that they were? They don't have my best interest in mind? Oh my God, being healthy actually goes against that system? Fuck off. Like, we're looking at that and really just like sit with it and look at it. You don't have to burn the building down just yet, but like, just look at it. Can you find kindness and compassion? Maybe the person that gave you that information didn't know that they were being manipulated. Like, that's okie dokie. You can forgive. Can you forgive and then move on? Where can we forgive, and where can we accept the apology that we're never going to receive? That takes fucking grace. So look at that. All right, let's get these planets down. Where are we looking? Mars, this our little assertive fucker in the sky, is at 21 degrees of Taurus. So let's find where Taurus is. Ooh, buddy, is that on a cusp? Let's find out. Oh my God, just on the cusp. So the 6th house of health and practical service, sense of usefulness, daily life, and work ethic, that starts at 21 degrees of Taurus. So Mars is right on the cusp of that. So today we might start to look at, okay, be careful of accidents, take some deep breaths. Look at, do we have a daily meditation practice, or do we have a daily practice of something that's like literally just drinking a cup of water and saying, oh my God, I'm so grateful that I have opposable thumbs and I can pick up this glass of water and it's clean water and I can drink it and I don't have to worry about it being tampered with. Like, are we drinking clean water? Are we drinking water that hasn't been, can we lower some of the fluoride that we're ingesting? Can we open our pineal gland? That's me, but that's just me. Just a thought, just planting a seed. But, when Mars is in a house, we look at, this is our planet of assertion, aggression, divine masculine energy over here. So when it comes to our health, practical service, sense of usefulness, daily life, work ethic, this house is run by Virgo energy. So this is mutable earth. So what is it that you want to do every day? Are you doing it every day? If time or money were no object, what would you be doing every day? And if it's not what you're doing every day right now, how can you incorporate a little bit of that into your daily life? That's the positive side of things when it comes to Mars, because Mars wants to do shit. But Mars in Taurus is a little like chug, good chug, good chug, good chug, good chug. So the 6th and the 12th house, this is the health axis right here. Sorry if I'm going fast, but please, I just want to make sure I get as much information to you as I possibly can in the shortest amount of time for this reading. So Mars in the 6th house is across from the 12th house of Piscean run house, healings, closure, soul purpose, escape, illusion, coming home. This, when the health axis is being activated, I always just like to say, slow the fuck down, take some deep breaths. Like, what am I doing and why? Check up on the car, make sure everything's okie dokie. All's well, all's well. All right, Venus is actually before Mars, but we're good. All right, 22 degrees of Cancer. So that's going to be in our 8th house. That's exciting. Let's see. So Venus in the sky is at 22 degrees of Cancer, and Mercury, when you were born, was at 24 degrees of Cancer retrograde. So we were in a Mercury retrograde when you were born. Very, very interesting. So communication was just a little bit mumble jumbled, or maybe a little bit backwards, maybe a little bit deceiving, you know? You never know. And Chiron in the 4th house, did we take something that wasn't ours? Who knows? I wasn't there when you were born, kid. I don't know. But so what's Venus and the Sun in the 8th house? So we're really getting a nice little bit of a highlight on shared possessions and legacy and intimacy. These are intimate, like if the 2nd house over here is access to resources, money, like pentacles, this is tangible assets. This is, you know, when you're moving, what do you put into the box and why? And the 8th house is the house where you're moving in with somebody. So Venus is highlighting our natal Mercury right now, so we're going to be, you know, a little bit, no matter what we say, people are just going to listen and they're going to like it. So if you have something a little bit, if now is the time to break up with somebody, now's the time to do it. End partnerships, end relationships now. It's a good time to do it. Because your daily life is going to change. Mars is going to highlight that. Mars is going to fuck your noise up no matter what in your daily life. So like either listen to your intuition, do what you're being asked to do, or know that it's going to happen for you. Sometimes relationships just need to break the fuck up. Hell or high water. It's not always fun. Believe me, I get it. I get it. I get it. It's not always fun. When you see, you know, the people in your life that you love so much turn into curmudgeons and just you love them, but let them go with God. Let them go with God and let them be. Because you've got deep fucking transformation as far as values are concerned going on. What is your place in the community? What are you doing every day? What are you trying to build? And who's getting in the way of that? All right, I'm getting sassy. All right, this is Jupiter in the sky. Jupiter is in Aries at 8 degrees, and Jupiter is retrograde right now. So Jupiter is in our 4th house of home and safety, our pocket of the world. So the bottom of the chart down here is like the roots of the tree of your life. And this is our outward legacy. This is where relationships are concerned. And over here is, you know, where I want to do things on my own. So I'll move all these guys because those are planets in the sky, just so you can see. So right now we have a lot of activation happening as far as our relationships are concerned and our public life. So a lot of our, how do I even say it? Like contracts with other peoples, other friends, other countries. Like that's all getting highlighted right now. And like, why are we friends with these people and why? Like, legit, what's going on, girl? What's going on? So our 4th house is getting activated. 4th house is run by Pisces, but is in Aries, if that makes sense. Yes, so our 4th house starts at the later degrees of Pisces. Let me find out the degree. At the 29th degree, the anaretic degree. Oh my goodness. So there's a lot of deep emotions as far as what is home, what is safety, what is happening. And Jupiter is like our luck be a lady tonight. And Jupiter is retrograde. So we're expansive and lucky as far as house and home is concerned and safety. This is cardinal water. This is a Cancerian negative energy run house, run by the moon. Again, when a planet is retrograde, go inward, revisit. Why am I living here? Do I feel safe here? Recognize none of us really own any of this fucking land. What is land ownership? What does that even mean? What is that? What is that? Do you feel safe at home? Do you feel safe inside your skin? Do you know that nobody, like, can you, how do I say, brazenly declare, I can handle anything that happens outside of me. Anything that happens outside of me. Think of the crab. You're safe in your body. You're safe in your skin. And if anybody comes at you, you fucking get them. Just fucking get them. All right. This is Saturn. Papa Time, plain Jane. Saturn is at 22 degrees of Aquarius. All right. So our 3rd house starts at 23 degrees of Aquarius. So Saturn is retrograde. So Saturn literally just went back into our 2nd house of access to resources, money, pentacles, what is mine. So you have Pluto and Saturn both retrograde, fucking up your house of money and access to resources. What do you value and why? Why do you want so much? Why do you don't think that you deserve so much? Like, Generational wealth helps everybody. You know, we really have to look at those seeds of, what is it? The Catholic guilt. I know that that's a seed that was planted in me where it's like, oh no, don't ask for too much. Don't just leave enough for everybody. Where it's like, money isn't real, George. Money isn't real. Anyone for that quote. Anybody, I'll buy you a cookie. Money isn't real, George. Like, they literally just keep printing paper. And we've got some intense fucking shit happening on this axis right here. Money, what's mine, shared possessions. Beautiful, auspicious over here. And these are some of our harder hitting planets over here. So that's super cool. Exciting axis is being activated. All right, Uranus. We just had a huge Uranus, Mars, North Node conjunction. So this is Uranus. It looks like a bunny to me. I don't know why. So Uranus is at 18 degrees of Taurus. So Uranus is going to chill in the 5th house over here. Fun, a joy-filled space, creativity, confidence, kiddos, if you want those things, or childlike spirits, romance, passion, fun. What is fun? Are we learning how to have fun? Are we doing anything that's fun? Why are we doing what we're doing, and is it actually fun? This is the North Node in the sky, our collective destiny, the head of the dragon, where we're moving towards. We just had a massive conjunction in the 5th house as far as fun is concerned, and play and creativity. This is fixed fire. This is a Leo run house. So super cool that that was happening in a fire house during a Leo season. Super, super cool. But Mars has already transited into the 6th house. So the potency of this conjunction, which has not happened for thousands of years, I believe, but don't quote me on that, a very long time, whatever that means. But I think it was thousands, not hundreds, with the 3 of them together. So the potency of that conjunction is going to go on for the next few months. Honestly, it's a massive one. But right now, Mars has went over into the 6th house. So let's look at our daily life. So it's kind of like, we want to have fun. We want to live our best life. We don't want to die at the desk. You don't want to die at the cubicle. So now, what are you going to fucking do about it? What are you going to do about it? This is Neptune. This is our Poseidon in the sky right here. He's at 25 degrees of Pisces, and he is retrograde. Sorry, I can't even speak. Let me find it. Pisces retrograde, and our 3rd house of communication down here. I'm just going to put Chiron down just so we've got it down. Did we have a Chiron return? Girl! Oh my God, we're going to have a Chiron return. So Chiron right now is at 16 degrees of Aries retrograde, and Chiron when you were born was at 20 degrees of Aries, 4th house, house and home. Oh my God, did you take something that didn't belong to you? This is our deepest core wound, but also where we have a chance to be a healer and where we have like a chance to like help people out and stuff like that. But like when it comes to house and home, and it comes to safety, like it's like our deepest core wound. Like I don't believe in like karma in the same, or karma's changing. I think Ann Tucker said it best. She's like, we're going from the karmic cycle to the dharmic cycles, which is super fucking cool. But right now, really like look at your old wounds. Did you take something that wasn't yours? Huh? You know, what is that movie, the Poltergeist movie, where they built the house on top of like the Native American burial ground or something like that? Like, same type of vibe, Chiron in this house. No judgment, girl. But don't judge yourself. Like, don't judge yourself. Like, that's a huge thing to really look at. Don't judge yourself, or don't judge your parents, or don't judge your parents' parents. Like, just be better. We don't have to take an old system and try to make it work. Just make a new fucking system. Burn it down. Let Pluto burn it down. Let Saturn burn it down. What do we actually value? What do we want for everybody? For our, like the 7th house, house of open enemies, you know, relationships, seeing God in another, and then the 8th house, shared possessions. This is like the lions and tigers and bears part of our chart over here, and we're almost out of it. We're almost out of it. The sun's almost transited over into our 9th house of quest and adventure, where we're going to start to feel a little bit more uncomfortable because we're ready to expand. But like, what have we learned, Dorothy? What have we learned with like, since our birthday, or you know, since Gemini season? What have we learned? We can't trust everybody. The people that we thought we could trust, fuck, we can't trust them. Did anyone else? I know I sure did. I had, some mentors and some adults and some people I really idealized really show a different side of themselves. And it was like the cape getting ripped off of your parents for the first time. When you see people that you look up to not living up to the versions of them that you built in your brain, we have to send them compassion at the same time, because it's like, you built that. That wasn't them. You tried to tell them that they had to be a superhero where they're just a fucking person. There's no living gurus. There's no, in my personal opinion, I know Jesus isn't going to come back as a person. Jesus is inside of you. Buddha is inside of you. Krishna is inside of you. All of your gods and guides and goddesses are inside of you. You can talk to the goddess. You can talk to Mother Gaia. You can talk to any of your interdimensional friends. You can talk to your higher self, your soul, your future self. It's all inside of you. But the people in your life, are they on the same vibe as you? Are they on the same planet, if you will, as you? Find out. Any questions? Girl, you're doing great. We got the full moon coming up, so we'll do another reading coming up before that. That's next week. So we'll do a reading for the full moon. Let me just see where it's gonna fall, just so we can kind of get a little preview. 19 degrees of Aquarius. It's gonna be at 19 degrees of Aquarius. So that's going to be in our second house. We're going to be purging old belief systems. We're going to purge. So from now until next Thursday, I really want you to decide, what toxic patterns am I leaving behind? What toxic belief systems I'm leaving behind? Like, recognize them. You don't have to soapbox this. You don't have to tell the world, I'm a new healed version of myself. No, you just have to be the new healed version of yourself. And then we'll have more tools when it comes down to this. Also, when the moon in the sky is transiting over the moon where it was where you were born, when you're having like a moon return kind of, that's a great time to cast a chart for yourself for, what the theme of the next month is going to be. So really, when the moon is kind of over here next week, we're going to be looking at those types of themes. Whatever comes up for you is kind of going to be the theme moving forward for the month. So that's exciting. Awesome job, girl. Let's pull a tarot or two and just see what comes up. What does my dear friend the U.S. need to know today for her highest and greatest good? No harm coming to any. Highest and greatest good. Highest and greatest good. No harm coming to any. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Oh, child. Oh, child. Okay. Take those motherfucking shackles off. Take them off. Take them off. See these? They are big enough, they can just take them off. Take them off. When it's upside down reverse, take it off. Where can you trust your intuition? Where do you want to be creative? Where do you want to, like, the birth, the page, the beginning of childlike spirits? This really speaks to this over here, to the conjunction that we just had. How can, like, King of Swords, the master of his intellect, this is high Gemini, high Aquarius energy, and high Libra energy. Like this, the moon is in Libra right now. So really look at your intuition, trust it, and how can you leave behind toxic patterns? Our moon is in Aquarius, girl. Like, be the weird one first. Be the weird one first. The Knight of Cups, the Knight of emotional movement is reversed. Don't be scared to be like, hey, I see dead people. Or I had this really intense dream about my grandma. Like, talk about your dreams. Talk about what you're seeing. Talk about what you're going through. Be your biggest version of yourself so that the people around you can see and meet you. Meet the real you. We want to know who you are, because you're a badass, but leave behind who you used to be. Leave behind that fear. It's being seen fully. We need you. We need you. Wouldn't it be so cool if your everyday life was doing exactly what you wanted to do and you didn't have to worry about money, you didn't have to worry about safety, you could just be your most beautiful self, you could take a course if you wanted to, you could travel, you could do whatever the fuck you wanted. That's what I want for everybody. What do you want for everybody? You know? Even like for the shared possessions, neighbors, everybody, what do you want for everyone, not just you? Safety, unconditional love, home, clean water, access to vibrant foods. That's what I want for everybody. What do you want for everybody? Thank you so much. I'll see you next week. Please reach out directly or message below, comment below, any questions, any comments, anything at all. I love you.